Once again, guys, what's up? How you guys doing? We're live, Shopkulture. Man, thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is Shopkulture. I'm joined by, you know who he is, my tag team partner, the relationship guru, Dr. / Mr. / Dr. James R. Hill.
What's up, people? How's everybody doing?
I'm always waiting for some crowd. I can't wait till we do it get the yacht going. We got the crowd going in the back.
Yes, sir.
It's getting ready, guys. Yacht party, day party, but we can talk about that later. And once again, in the producer chair, you know who he is, Mr. Nick Jones.
Mr. Controversy in the group.
He be talking, don't he?
Everybody, y'all. What up?
He be getting them. And then we got the videographer, Lucas. Say that laughing, because I like that, like what he said.
All good.
No, Luke, you got to say it. It's all good. Once again, guys, and I'm Barry Crosby, and this is Shopkulture. Man, are you guys, we see how the group was popping. Yes. Shopkulture live group. You guys ain't on it.
I've been shaking the table.
Man, woo! Y'all be getting people in trouble.
But thanks for participating. Thanks for your input.
Yeah.
We want to improve the quality of your lives. That's the initial goal.
Guys, what is it? Look, what does that sound? That's like some of y'all be jackrabbit.
Stop it.
So 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Hey, I'm doing the timer right now. I'm always out of breath. So I'm about my time limit. Anyways, man, how was your weekend though, man?
Weekend was chill. You know, got a lot of things done. Got a little relaxation time. Mm-hmm. Spent some time with the grandkids. You know, it was cool.
That's what's up.
How about yours?
Slow motion, man. It's gonna be slow motion for a while. That's all good, Yeah, trying to race my son and hurt my knee and everything. I be cheating. Ain't it messed up when the kids get they can beat you at things?
Right.
I get it. I get irritated.
I do too. My grandson's 9. He challenged me. He was like, "Pops, you're old. You can't run." I dusted him.
Oh, you won?
Yeah, I was.
Stop it, Doc. Come on, man.
I'm not trying to.
Doc, you doing too much. Doc.
He challenged me. He's like, "Papa, you're fast." I
said, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
My son, that's his track is his thing, and he got some speed, man. I got to give it to him on that. So I'm retiring on that one.
Right, you will stay retired.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Keep your knees.
Yeah, man, it's all bad over here, but it's all good in terms of this show because we got it. And once again, guys, we got the hats. If you guys have seen our hats coming in, place your order. They're gonna be gone. Those hats they're tight, man. It took about 2 years of planning and getting it right. I'm a hat guy. You guys know this. So, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them.
Okay.
I mean, hey.
Okay.
You guys are going to be dope. We got T-shirts and everything coming, so you can get your shop culture swag. Hey, V.
Is that V in the building? V is in the building. What's up, V? And V, real quick, I want V, shout out your financial group. She has a really good financial group. If you want to learn about life insurance and investing, they got some good stuff in there. So I want to definitely give you a shout out on that because that's a dope little that's a dope group you got going. So let's get to the topics.
Okay. All right. So the first topic you guys got going is, so once your woman goes through all your stuff and finds out you're not cheating, why is she still mad?
Doc, why is that, man?
Ladies, chime in on this because we want to know your honest feedback. Why is you still mad? I'm going to give you my spin on it because she put this time and effort and she was already convinced that you're cheating. And now she's mad at herself because she has to humble herself and apologize for her actions, for her mistrust. I mean, and then you have to address the real issue. There was a trust issue there, or lack thereof.
Wait. Let's back up there.
Okay.
I have to play devil's advocate or just be realistic. If we're talking about men, did the man give her a reason? No. Because usually...
Do you have to?
I think there's usually a reason. Now there are issues where some women have been taking previous relationships, past hurt, and they're bringing into the newer relationship. Absolutely. So there's already a trust issue there. But if she's actually going through stuff,
right?
Because it's different than just saying you're cheating. accusing without going through the stuff. Because when you're going through the stuff, that's an action. And that's a serious, especially if you come up empty.
Well, in her head, she made that accusation, and she's just trying to substantiate it by going through your phone, your car, your whatever, to try to find some solid proof or evidence that, I found what I didn't want to find.
Let's go through it a little further, though. So what did she go through? Did she go through your phone?
Yeah, phone.
Okay, went through your phone. When she's at the house, did she go through closets, dressers, bed, underneath the bed, all those type of things? Because there's a big difference. Because then you're really putting in the work to really try to find out something. So when you come up and it's empty, then you done messed up.
Right.
And I would be done with the relationship.
It went through your car. If you got a journal, went through your, things that are private to you, where she thinks something would be hidden. Maybe go through your wallet or whatever, trying to find something. But there was a reason to spark that. It may be her own insecurities. It may be the fact that
so she has to work on herself then, because she's going to take that to any relationship.
Right.
So women always say, well, it's the man. But you're taking that from past relationships again, and you're bringing it to a new situation.
Right.
Or you're picking the wrong man that you are already assuming, or, premonition that he's cheating. Sometimes it's always premonition.
Right. And it could be you triggered something in her from her past. The last guy that did this,
what's some of the triggers? Like what? You might have female friends, or let's say you put the phone on vibrate. That was one of the little things, or you put the phone on silence. Someone got offended by that. And my response to it, if you're spending quality time with somebody, why do you want to be interrupted with the phone ringing?
Right. And
isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. Is it a problem that you got your phone face down on silent?
Now I was wondering that from a man perspective, would you get upset if a woman had her phone either on silent or face down?
No.
I thought that you should want to do that. Saying
right.
You're spending the time.
We're spending quality time. That's a matter of respect. That's out of the picture. Now if you're constantly checking it to see if that text is coming through, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right. Especially if you have a job where you are constantly getting like yourself, for example, you're in upper management, so you get called all the time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be called to disturb every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So put that phone, turn it down. Let's get to. I'm sorry, we started going out. So V said, "I would like a hat." V, yes, we got you on that. When they come in, we definitely will let you know. What did Mark say?
All right, so Mark says she wasted all that time for nothing, and then she got trust issues.
Mm-hmm.
V continues on by saying, if you have to go through his or her stuff, there is no trust, and try to reevaluate the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then William says that's a seed for a toxic relationship. And then the comments round out with V saying, just turn the damn phone off.
You could turn it off, but this is my response, because you hear that sometimes. Why should you have to turn off the phone?
Right. I mean, are you expecting a call? No, anything could happen. Someone could call you at any given time for anything.
Yes.
Especially
if you have kids.
Yeah.
You always want to be somewhat or if you have maybe elderly parents, or you have, anything could happen on that point.
Right. And you don't want your phone to be a distraction. If you're having engulfed in conversation or something like that, silence it.
Silence the phone, or put it maybe on even on vibrate.
Yeah.
And put it face down.
Right.
I just think it can lead to misunderstandings. Now, what if that phone rings? For example, if you didn't do that, and what if your phone did ring after 11 p.m.?
Right. If it didn't?
If it did.
Oh, if it did. Well, like you said, my phone rings 24 hours a day. But if it did, then there's going to be that suspicion. You need to get that, because they want to see your response, how you answer that phone. And if it's a female, you're going to have a whole different tone of voice,
Well, but why is it automatically assumed if a woman did call you after 11 that, hey, we got this mom, all over the light and stuff. If a female did call you after 11 p.m., that is some type of sexual. Couldn't it be something platonic though?
Not after 11.
Not after 11. So after 11, we're going back to, I try to scoot that in there.
Right.
So women, if you call a man Doc, that's what you're saying. If a woman calls a man platonic, you never messed with her after 11 p.m.
It's an emergency.
It's an emergency.
Yeah, it's got to be. If they're platonic, it's an emergency. She's got a flat tire, got in a car accident, something.
Well, she just needs that.
Sound like a booty call to me.
Oh.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If it's not an emergency, it's a booty call.
Wow. So it's one or the other.
Who else is calling at that time of night?
Well, it could be a friend that just needs
Or
to hear.
let me rephrase my question. Why is she in particular calling you at that time of night?
Well, let's say that's what I said. If it's a platonic friend, maybe she needs that
What
male.
platonic friend? Let's be real. What platonic friend out of women that in your vicinity is calling you at 11, 12 midnight?
That knows you're in a relationship or cohabitate with your partner, or both, You're in a relationship, committed relationship.
What do you guys think about?
It's disrespectful.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see what my folks got to say. A clue for me is if you're getting calls after 10 at night and it keeps ringing well after midnight, I think. Yeah.
I can see what B says. So she's saying after midnight is kind of the cutoff. What's up, Tasha? How you living? Talk to us.
Call a man after 11 p.m. It's an emergency or it's not platonic.
There you go.
Wow. So one or the other.
Right.
Mark says, or William says, sometimes it could be an emergency, like suicidal thoughts or mental/emotional distress.
And Mark, and that's what I was getting at.
That's a reach.
Mark,
That's a
I'm
reach.
with you, brother, because I agree with that. There's
That's
a lot
all-
going on with mental health these days, and sometimes people need that
Just
conversation.
gave Barry some fuel, but that's a reach.
But not after 11 p.m. You call the crisis line or something.
Call-
I am
Call-
I could be the crisis line.
Okay.
though. I could be the lifeline.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, okay. So that's interesting. Okay, Tasha said, no, nice try.
So,
Okay.
and so the question, the answer, you went through all this stuff. This is the answer we're looking for. His phone, his call log, his text messages, because you knew he was cheating. You found nothing. You're still mad. Why?
Yeah, women.
Do you humble yourself and apologize? And is that why you're mad? Because you had to apologize? Or are you mad at yourself because you wasted all that time and effort when it could have been spent positively? And making sure he's happy. You're checking if he's cheating. Check if
Do you
he's
feel
happy.
as though there's some women out there that want to catch a man slipping?
Oh yeah.
And then when they find out that, damn, he actually checks out.
Yeah, because that means you have to apologize, and like the doctor, you have to humble yourself.
And
How
that's
many women have
that's
apologized?
something a lot of women are allergic to: apologies and accountability.
Ooh, Nick.
And I said
Amen.
that.
No,
said
I agree with you. I agree. How come if you don't find anything, it's always like, oh, I didn't find nothing now.
Right. Why can't it be a relief?
Now.
Why can't it be a
Wait till next
reassurance?
week.
Why can't you reaffirm your trust and come to him and say, I did something stupid. I looked for something and I didn't find what I was looking for, and just apologize.
But why can't
You'll be respected for that.
Absolutely. But why can't you just admit that, hey, I was expecting to find something
Right.
and I didn't.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Because they don't want to look like that person.
But they are that person.
We know that they are that person, but they don't want to be real with themselves and come out and acknowledge that and speak that. That's why. They have this whole character facade or whatever that they got built in their mind where I just can't come out and
Can't go.
put that dent, that chink in my armor. Even though they are doing it to themselves.
Okay, so as a man, when this happens and she didn't find anything and she doesn't apologize, how do you move forward from that? What do you do? How do you, because
repeat that question again?
no, how do you move forward when she didn't, let's say she didn't apologize to you because she didn't find anything. So how do you move forward in that situation? Do you move forward in that relationship, or is that a red flag for you as a man?
That'll be a red flag for me. And that's something that I feel like I'd be able to, or I think that I'd be able to work through, but I'm always going to have that, in my utility belt.
Wow.
Right. I mean, you
discussion
call her
comes
on
up,
it. You
yeah.
just call her on it calmly. You don't come out aggressively, but you just call her on it and you let her know she's wrong. And if she don't admit that she is wrong, then, you have an issue.
Let me run through these comments real quick. B says, I hooked up with an old flame and his phone was ringing off the hook after 11, so I knew the deal. Angela Simmons says, time wasted. Tasha says she's mad at herself and embarrassed because she's wrong. Nadia says, I don't know who Anitra Thrower is, but says they feel embarrassed that they didn't find anything. Hold on 1 second. We got a lot of. And then Tasha says human beings in general are allergic to personal accountability. Right, Tasha, but we're talking about women. Not so let's not deflect.
Yeah.
We're not deflecting tonight.
I've heard that before.
We're not. We already know that it's a in-do situation, but let's stay focused. We're talking about women.
The men with women. We talking about you women right now.
Okay, so sometimes the women,
men next show.
William says something. Yeah, for sure. William says sometimes the woman is attracted to that outgoing personality, but then can't handle it. Always suspicious of the man.
Tasha. Okay, she said men.
Tasha says men don't want to acknowledge it. May be inappropriate to have women calling them at all times of the night, though.
Well, no, it is. Actually, you had two men. You had Nick and you had Doc. Doc did acknowledge.
I'm about to say, did you just tune in, Tasha?
They
we both literally just said.
Now, I was saying it is inappropriate, but I also said there could be reasoning behind that, and you guys just said no. That's so yeah. So and we had the booty call chart. You know what I'm saying? So
so you had me and Doc speaking how it's inappropriate versus very.
I said there's pretty
but he's playing in the gray area with the whole reaching with therapy and please call me if you need help BS. B says, I only done that twice.
Somebody got to say. You got to be saying.
B says, I've only done that twice, and my instincts were right on, and they were kicked to the curb.
Okay, so B at least admits it. B, so that time, tell us about the time. Was it one time that you, or did it take a couple times? Or how many times before you found something, though? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the first. It's usually kind of a build-up.
Right.
You find a little, you know, you do a little searching of Inspector Gadget.
Right.
All right. So Tasha says red flag. William also says red flag for me. Can't build on something without trust. Tasha says she needs to humble herself. Wow. You know, hey, these are delayed. All right. Well, and then Shani says if a person thinks you're cheating and they go looking for something and they don't find it, they do not apologize because in the back of their mind they feel like you got lucky this time and just didn't get caught.
Exactly, Shani, and that's what we were saying.
So that's a red flag for me.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Because then there's trust issues. You don't trust me wholeheartedly that you're not into me. So then it's telling me that you're focusing more on catching me doing something other than focusing on providing and meeting my needs.
All around, you just don't trust me.
Right.
If you're focusing time and energy to play Scooby-Doo with who I may or may not be, you know, talking to or connecting with, whatever have you.
Well, the focus.
We don't need. This is just me. We don't need. There's nothing for us to discuss or even progress into any further. You just need to go your own way.
Well, no, the focus is like you guys said. It's not on the relationship. It's focused on catching this person, so I can get possibly out of the relationship or. See, I caught you.
Right.
But you don't got to do that. You don't got to see all that BS. You don't got to do that with me. Just if that's what it is, then go on about your way. Go on about your business.
Like we were saying, though, you're bringing this from usually past trauma of a broken heart or whatever.
If that's what it is. Yeah. They still need to vacate the premises and go and figure their shit out. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Right. Deal with your issues, you know.
Yep.
Tasha says, if you're still hurt from being cheated on, do not get into another relationship until you are healed. And I agree 1,000%.
I agree with you.
1,000%.
But we're talking about humans, flawed humans, that will get in relationships because they got needs.
And
that's just being honest, right?
And then how do you gauge that? How does one know, okay, I'm healed, I'm ready?
Yeah. What the therapist tells you? Oh, by the way, now you can date now. I mean,
right. Or does your loneliness tell you? Usually it's your loneliness and your need for human companionship and interaction.
Or you're just horny.
That talks to you.
And it can be just a sexual relationship, but how many people don't want that?
Out here that
I want to say, it got to be in a relationship.
That'll do the friends with benefits or, hey, this is a transactional thing. You got plenty of people out there that'll do
But
that.
not a lot of women want to admit that's what it is. I think men can, but then they, you
Right.
know,
You got a point. You got some more point with that.
If that's what it is, make that clear up front.
Hold on, I gotta read.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Nick.
Nadia says it's a red flag.
Okay.
V says totally agree with you, Tasha. And then Tasha says, I thought we were talking about women. Because you said something about the whole it's a human. She's going.
I like it.
Tasha said she also says when you're not. She also says when you're not looking for someone to fail. V says I was given a reason to go through this guy's phone and I ended it.
Okay. V, you know what I want to call.
Yeah, I don't know. There's never really a reason to go through anybody's shit. But Tasha says healed is when you're not seeking for men to fail. Oh yeah.
That's part of it.
Right. That's a good indicator.
Cool.
So we gotta get moving on because we're already. Oh, this is a good one though.
All right. So
we'll come back, guys.
All right. So.
But keep your comments. Thank you, guys.
Oh.
Once again.
Oh. Catch that.
I
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Because I grabbed the
Yeah.
paper.
Once again, guys.
Let's put that
Thank you for tuning in to Shopkulture. I'm just gonna keep talking while we get that. We're going up close and personal with the doctor.
Next time.
Yeah. Now, Doc, we gotta move the camera over just a little bit.
He just has to.
This way?
Yeah, well, the top of the camera there. Yeah, just a little bit. People are like, I want to see those teeth. Okay. Yeah, the teeth are back.
All right.
We're here.
Okay. So go ahead, Barry.
So yeah, let's go into any more comments. I'm sorry before we move on, guys.
Yeah,
We're
let me
gonna
do that real quick. Tasha is laughing at us.
No, sure.
There it is.
She said these men, they need a woman.
And
Yeah, we.
D says trust and believe it was. I can write a book about it.
Okay.
I still disagree with that. But
Oh.
let's go on to our next topic. Switch it up here. All right.
Hey guys, once again, thank you for tuning in to Shopkulture. Remember to like and share, and man, become part of the Shopkulture Live group. So definitely tell your friends of like-minded friends and family.
All right. So here's the next topic. Do men really lack deep conversational skills?
Oh, this is Miss Tasha's.
This is Tasha's. Yeah, you see the example. I let the post marinate. Let y'all go ahead and soak that up real quick. But where are y'all at with it?
What's the definition of deep conversation? When you have deep conversation and how? What? I mean, I just think that was for me.
And at what point do you engage in deep conversational topics? How do you transition? I think the point is what they're saying is men have problem transitioning from the small talk to a more intellectual, intelligent conversation. You know,
That's point of view, though. That's totally subjective.
Right. And
because I could talk about some things that I would consider deep that she might be like, well, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Businessman, you know what I'm saying? All types of different things. So that's what I'm saying. It's very subjective.
Right. But are you going to keep her attention? Are you going to keep her engaged in that conversation?
So she should say, keep my attention with these topics and subjects.
Oh, no. That's not going.
I'm just saying.
That's not how it goes.
Okay.
That's not how it goes. When you capture a mind about something intriguing, and it's usually you can start off to say something interesting about yourself, good, bad, or indifferent. Something interesting.
Okay, but do I do that early in the morning? I mean, to me, it's time. So it should be maybe a time where you're maybe engaged in that type of conversation when the conversation is moving over toward that. But if I don't really know you yet, I'm just trying to get to know you, I just think over text messaging is going to be very.
No, just say you meet someone in person. You know, people. We're getting back to that.
Okay.
We're getting back to meeting
mask or no
person.
Mask or no mask.
No mask.
Okay,
we're
no
vaccinated
mask. Okay.
and having conversations, you know, with eye-to-eye contact. And how do you keep someone engaged past the compliments? Well, you look good. What are you doing? What's up? Small, you know, don't ask stupid questions. Tell things. Speak about things. Intelligent things. You can have any conversation. Bring up something intriguing. Bring up something trivial that oddities or things like that.
But are you expecting this person to bring up those type of conversations, or do you lead or maybe ask questions to lead into that?
You lead into it.
Okay, well that's what
that's
I'm saying. It's all very subjective. There's ways to get, to get people to engage in that type of conversation.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so Tasha says, when you say more than what you're doing or what's good.
But again, where's that up in the conversation piece? Is he saying that at the beginning of the conversation?
Right. That could
or are you saying that all throughout the conversation?
Right.
I mean, it just depends on,
B says it depends on the communication skills and what you're talking about during that time. I've had some really deep conversations with men and small talk as well.
Yeah, you have.
Tasha says that does not work, Barry. Whatever you were talking about before.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
William says could be different levels of intellect. Tasha says, B, it could be 1 p.m. after some wings. Y'all can't talk about nothing. Tasha agrees with,
who the guys you picking?
Let me get the comments real quick.
Okay.
William says, or it could be that most guys like to get to the point.
Yes.
Whereas most women want something deeper or more detailed conversation.
That could be it.
And everyone's agreeing with you, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
The ladies are agreeing with
you. Men are like, it's just fascinating because, I hear that, deep conversation, and then you talk to them, there's nothing really deep about their conversation.
If you're finding out things about each other,
that's not deep conversation. That's just finding out.
That is a deep conversation.
So if I'm just asking about you, that's a deep conversation. Or that's what I'm saying. What's the level of depth of we talking about conversation?
I mean, you don't say, "What's up? What you doing?" Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you finna do? That's stupid. That's going nowhere. You're not capturing her attention. You're not making her stimulating their brain to think. Tell me something unique about yourself, and I'll tell you something unique about me.
Yeah.
But
you're leading that conversation. Right. You're leading that conversation. And right. That's all I'm saying. You got to, if that's what you're looking for, then you got to help stir the pot on getting that conversation going. Right. Expect somebody else to stir the pot. I don't know. I just think that most men are not going to do that.
Right.
Tasha brings up an interesting point of view. How do you get to know a person without asking questions? Angela says, or it can be the man is not really interested in the female, therefore does not want to engage in a deep conversation and wants to keep it surface level.
I didn't say that.
Now those are facts. Those are facts. Those are facts. That's about it with the comments. I want to read off because I actually got the post that Tasha had threw up in the group. Okay. And I want to read off some of the responses, if I may. One lady says,
"Yes, you may."
One lady says, "I'm not sure. It seems some men have a problem with opening it up to a deep conversation. Too much emotion may show a sign of weakness." And then this is what you had said, Barry, on the thread. Is text messaging the format to have deep conversations? Text messaging was designed for quick, to the point conversation.
If you look at the definition, it is. It's not meant to have paragraphs and 2 paragraphs of depth.
Yeah, you pick up the phone, you have a conversation in real
or
time.
You go out and
meet in person.
You meet in person, you go and have a date.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
You make eye-to-eye contact and you have a conversation. Mm-hmm. That way you can see people's reactions, and see their thought processes. Can this person hold up their end of an intelligent conversation? Yeah. That's an important trait. And intelligence is sexy, If someone can think quickly on their feet, can say things about themselves. If someone can say things about themselves but not talk overly about themselves, that shows that they've done some self-reflection. Yeah. But if they only talk about themselves constantly, then that's kind of a narcissistic trait.
Very much so. You're talking about yourself or what you've done and this and that, or your education and this and that. I mean,
right. It's turn off. It's turn off. Yeah. But I mean, your education and your level of intelligence will show
by your conversation. By your conversation.
Exactly.
All right. Tasha says, in my example, I definitely stirred the pot, per se, and they still responded with nothing, referring to the original post. And then she says, the context wasn't about texting. So.
Okay. Hey, we're just talking about, we're just talking in general terms.
Right. When I want to talk about.
Because it looks like a text.
This is what Tasha says. When I want to talk about sex, men are full of conversation.
And so are women. If you look at
because I don't let's not pretend like women are not keen on talking about sex.
If you go on those posts,
some women are not. Like some of them, that's all they want to talk about, or all
Absolutely.
they want to know as far as where
Absolutely.
you at, and
yeah. And especially if you look at some of the memes we have that are sexual in content. Who's it's both men and women engaging, talking sexual. That's why I always say about deep conversations. It's always going to be subjective. That's all I'm saying.
And there's nothing wrong with having a healthy conversation about sex. I mean, we're adults, but you move on to other things.
You do.
That's not all the conversation is about.
It was like what Angela was saying. Maybe the level of interest is not there. If that's the case, and you're looking for something else, you do it. You find somebody that can, stir the depths of your mind.
Right. But ladies, answer the question. Are you running into men that lack deep conversational skills?
Ooh. Man, you better not stand for this.
Tasha says I don't date women, and we understand you don't date women, but we're simply saying is y'all are just as keen on the conversation as well.
You're part of it. You're a participant in it.
Again, we're not deflecting tonight, ladies. So.
Yeah.
Woo! Think before you type, because I will call it out. B says deep conversation should be over the phone, but now it's on Zoom, never over a text message. I find that men who read a lot of different books tend to have deeper conversations.
Listen, I agree. I totally agree with that.
William says it's one of the world's greatest mysteries for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And Tasha agrees with Doc once more.
That's okay. Everybody doesn't, though. Everybody doesn't agree.
Hey, I'm just reading the comments. I'm the comment guy.
What William said, yes.
Well, you guys are so lucky I'm not there live.
What? Tasha, speak your mind. Hey, this is an open forum. You can speak your mind. I like to hear about the deep conversations. I like to explore that.
I think when two individuals aren't full of each other and they want to know about one another, their background, where they're coming from. See, and
don't have to tell you that it's deep. Just have a conversation. Makes a lot more. Makes the flow. Right. You can find out a lot more about somebody.
Right, and that's when you wanting to know about that person. Like you don't mind sitting down and listening to them talk about a little bit about themselves, but then also them giving you the floor to do the same thing. Right. You guys are just bouncing off of each other.
That's just banter.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't call it banter.
It's banter.
But, if it leads into a deep conversation, that's what I would do when I was dating. You talk about where you once was, where you're at now, and where you're looking to go. And then I turned it over to her. So where are you at with that? And it'll just go from there. Conversation will just flow from there. So,
but I think the key point is you allow that conversation to get
that's
going.
What I'm saying.
You don't start it 5 or 2 minutes and have this expectation that's going to be deep from the get start. I don't know too many conversations that start off like that. It's you warm up to it,
right? But you bounce from topic to topic, and if one catches and it goes on, like you like to travel. How many states have you been to? How many states, countries have you been to? That conversation may go on for an hour.
Then it goes into what's your goals? What are your future plans? I mean, there's a lot of
different varieties. Commonality. You guys will find commonality between it could be a favorite movie or the restaurant that you're in or whatnot. Yeah. So, and again, those could just be awesome icebreakers to lead into said deep conversation.
Right.
At least that was the case for me, anyways.
I mean, because travel. I mean, this is a huge world. And when people start talking about places they've been and experiences they had, that conversation can go a long time. Like how many states have you been to? Mm-hmm. Ask something like that. I've been to 40 states.
Well, would that be considered deep conversation?
That's deep. It's deep conversation is something that captures your attention, something that's intriguing, where you have good dialogue going back and forth.
Can we get the definition of what deep conversation is? I got to conversation. I got to.
I don't think you're going to get a complete and concise one because that's subjective. That's
right. You're talking to somebody who has a PhD, and they might just they might be like, well, that's I think that's maybe a common interest, and then they might go into it's a philosophy or so I'm just
Let me read off these.
Thank you though, because that's a really good topic though.
Let's see here. Okay, so Tasha says if he's not interested in deep conversation, then he should state that. But if he does, so Tasha, if a dude just approaches him like, look, We here, we eating, and basically all I'm trying to do is smash. So what's popping? Now, how are you gonna digest that? Are you gonna accept that? Because that's basically what you're saying.
Well, that depends on what her intentions are as well.
What's her intent too? Yeah, it goes both ways.
But then intelligence is sexy. Intelligence is attractive, and that's a turn on to a lot of women. A man that can speak intelligently, and hold up his end of an intelligent conversation. So if you're trying to smash, speak intelligent, fellas. Speak intelligently.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't
there's
know
so
about
many
that.
ways that you can intelligently say, "Give me that thing." There's only so many ways. That's why I was saying it. Just come out and just say what it is. Like, you're a cool chick. The conversation that we got going on right now is cool. But,
let's vibe and see where it goes. I want to, I'm saying,
I'm trying to see what's hitting like. So.
Yeah, and that's disrespectful. I mean, is that it? Is that it? You can state that as
told you that's what it is.
That's what he just told you.
Right. You can state that as your intention, but is she going to be attracted to you and want to give herself
some
up
women
to you
are, man.
just for that?
So I'm about to say some chicks appreciate.
So okay, let's be honest. So all these rappers and athletes, they have deep conversation. I'm just asking. No, they don't. I'm with you on that. It's just like, come on.
Most cats.
A lot of
because there's
men that women think are very sexy. I bet you they don't have a lot of probably deep conversation.
No, well, that's a groupie factor you're talking about. That's totally different.
Where's the deep conversation? So it's still subjective.
Right. But I mean, if they want to have sex with a rapper or entertainer or a movie star or whatever, they just want to say, I had that experience. Doesn't matter what he is.
But that's what he was saying.
That guy wanted.
The guy
that's what he experienced her the night.
Yeah, but you're not, an entertainer. You're not a movie star. No. You can't look at him and say, yeah, I spent the night with him,
But that's what I said.
He's garbage.
That's all I'm saying. When the deep conversation comes, it's very subjective. That's all. Yeah. It's going to be other factors that do play into whether or not you're going to be smashing or not.
Okay. V says men and women just communicate different. I agree with that. If you are a woman who needs deep conversations, but you are meeting men who are simple in his thoughts and how he communicates, he probably is not your type of man, or maybe he can learn from you.
That's if he's willing to learn.
If he's willing, that's key.
Tasha says, so basically deductive reasoning is the guy isn't interested if he keeps the conversation vague and surface. Roger that.
Or he's only interested in certain things.
Or he
just wants to cut to the chase. Or what's that? How you youngsters say?
He bought it.
What'd you say? Wait,
I'm trying to smash.
Pump and dump.
Yeah, so you can skedaddle. Pump and dump, so you can skedaddle,
Come on, man.
Your Uber is here,
Hey, or is it Netflix?
William says, I think what leads to deep conversation is to find common interests. I agree. Tasha, great definition, Mr. Hill. And Tasha says, I would respect that. Okay, Tasha.
Well, then,
all right, there you go, Doc. You got women out there per Tasha who will respect you just coming out and saying, hey, just trying to hit.
So that's why even when we had that meme, maybe that's all that guy wanted. So.
All right. Oh, there's Shay. Hey, Shay.
How you doing, Shay?
B says maybe Common or Nas, but most groupies have no conversations. They just want sex. Agreed.
Totally agreed.
Agreed. And you guys just addressed Shalicia. What's up, Shay? And Candace says, hey, everybody, it's been a while.
Candy, how you doing?
How you doing? Thank you for tuning in.
So, fellas, do you guys have anything else on this topic?
No, it was good talking.
No, that's good. Got to wait for that.
Yeah. Or you can unplug it. You can unplug it back.
I think it's
the orange. While you doing that, right. Oh, I got it. Get the other topic.
All right. I'll start it with you, Doc. When a woman marks her territory, what does she normally leave at the man's house?
What marks her territory? Is that a thing? I mean,
they do that.
Ladies, are you doing that? Are you marking your territory? I mean, are you leaving something at his house? Are you leaving marks on his body? Are you leaving lipstick on his drawers? Or
Shalicia says a bra.
Oh,
a bra. You leave a bra in the sheets?
I've had panties under my bed.
Okay. Is it under the bed?
On my floor, just like I just not even trying to hide it. It's
in
just
the
there.
pillowcase?
Toothbrush, her whatever she uses to shower, like in my bathtub.
Wow, I didn't know that was a thing, but okay. I mean, like they say down south the old days, they
is anyone helping pin them? Oh no.
No. They say she'll bury your drawers in the yard.
Oh,
she bury your drawers in the yard. You can't leave home without her.
This is funny. Trevor says that's a thing for psychos.
What's up, Trevor?
Says the man's house or her man's house? The man's house, Miss Simmons. We want that's what we're speaking to the man's house, not necessarily her man. Tasha says he ain't my man if I have to mark anything.
Right.
William says I'm guessing perfume bottle or clothing. Katrina says back in the day.
Wait, back in the day.
Wait, are you saying you used to do that?
Yeah,
Candace has a lasting impression on his mental until she returns.
That's the only thing you need to be leaving.
Candace, that's a cold game right there.
Right.
Hey.
That's the territory that you need to be marking.
Yeah. Katrina says earrings.
Okay.
And then V says I've left someone by accident, but I don't leave anything.
Left something by accident.
She said I've left someone by accident.
She meant something, I believe.
Okay, yeah. But I don't leave anything.
That's interesting. I think a lot. Maybe, well, I was gonna say a lot of times we might leave something accidentally, but then if it's more than one thing, I think that's not an accident.
Accidentally on purpose, or does she ask you, "Can I leave some stuff here?" and just doesn't contain it in one drawer?
I think that would defeat the purpose of marking territory. They're purposely leaving something behind without telling you. That's what I take from it.
How would you feel if somebody did ask you that, though?
Can I leave some at job? Well, that's kind of a way of saying, are we taking it to the next level? Can I leave something?
That's not a good way.
No, not at all.
Ask that, Doc. Doc, I don't know what kind of way that is. Ask me.
Not at all.
Okay.
So what if you ask me? Well, I cleared the drawer for you. Why don't you just leave some of your stuff here?
That's me taking
so that's different.
Yeah,
that's you offering.
Responses.
What we got?
In deep thoughts on his mind. That's enough. That's
okay.
Now, if the sin is good, hey,
I'm about to say
if the sin is good,
sometimes you may not hear from me ever again. Shalicia says, I'm just saying.
That bad?
I've had some.
What does Shay say?
Shalicia says, "What do guys leave at to email? Wait, what? What?
I think she meant the ladies' female's house.
Okay. To mark their territory around. That's $1 million question.
Nothing.
Dudes don't do that. Okay, once again, ladies, we're talking about you.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you and what women do.
And I'll just go ahead and
men don't typically do
real
that.
Men don't leave nothing.
No.
Right.
We're taking everything.
Right.
Yeah.
You bring a bag, everything's going in the bag.
Men don't do spending the night bags. You
bring
your wallet and your keys, and that's it.
Y'all, you gotta look behind the pillow. Gotta look behind. I'm like, woo.
That's crazy. Tasha says, if I'm coming over frequently, I may ask to leave a toothbrush or hygiene items.
Wait, who said that?
Tasha says that.
Well, if she's coming over frequently, the man should offer her some space to leave some of her stuff for convenience factors.
Oh, that was frequently.
Sounds like y'all up in the ante and what your status is about to become.
Yeah, Doc, that means
dating to a relationship. Yeah. That sounds like.
No, it's convenient. You're seeing each other. She's coming over, let's say, one night a weekend. You spend Saturday night together. She comes over Tuesday.
They have overnight bags,
and maybe Saturday.
What's overnight bags for?
Leave something. Oh, well, I left my toothbrush. I need some more underwear. Here's a drawer. Just leave something in a drawer. Leave some.
If that's your woman, she ain't gonna wear no panties.
Leave some night clothes in the drawer. Leave a robe. If you're sitting up getting comfortable on the couch watching a movie, she gonna want something. Women get cold. Most women I know are anemic.
Don't you got a blanket?
So they want something cozy. They want a onesie.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, I get
naked
it.
with a blanket.
Oh my, women need a blanket.
I don't. Am I lost?
There is one of the episodes where I'm like in alignment with you.
I mean, I'm like, okay.
Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on.
Now we're gonna make her pay half the mortgage too. Hey, now you know you've been over here about.
Yeah, you gotta start paying rent.
Hey, you know you've been over here about 3 or 4 times. Hey, this mortgage.
Yeah, last
you
week,
see how I'm living?
right. Last week you turned the heat up.
Let me tell you the difference. When a man starts leaving something over there, I bet you that conversation coming up. You kicking in?
Right.
Man. William says, yeah, that's a bad question to ask.
You think you will? We're like, nah, but don't answer that.
You good. Candace says, he'll mark everything at the gate, sis. Hair flip week. Okay.
Okay, getting real over here.
Nadia says, I've lost an earring. I've never left something on purpose. Katrina says, a woman is leaving something early on in the relationship, and where you find it, where you find it when you come back says a lot.
Wait.
Let me read that again, because maybe I'm stupid or I don't know. A woman is leaving something early on in the relationship, and where you find it when you come back says a lot.
Like if you moved it to hide it or something.
Maybe the punctuation or something.
Well, that's what she means, but what?
Oh, you may get
that's a test.
She may get a text before she gets home. You left this shit in my bed. You know.
Ooh. Now I gotta ask: Is that a younger?
I'm gonna give you a clever one. In my younger days, I used to date multiple women.
Oh no! Don't tell.
God.
Oh shoot!
I didn't lie about it. I told them all that they weren't the only woman in my life, and they accepted that. But I had this one who I guess she looked at it as marking her territory. When she would leave, she would kiss the door and leave a lipstick imprint on the outside of the door.
Wait a minute. What?
I never heard that. That's interesting.
I never heard that.
Because what is the era that this was happening?
It doesn't matter. But
yo, she's kissing doorknobs?
No,
hey,
the
Nick,
door.
I'm sitting there like,
So when someone comes up to your door and they see a red lipstick imprint,
what the hell?
That is so intricate.
It was.
Elaborate.
I was right.
You should have had a marking that she leaves one and the next one leaves one.
That was really unique, I thought, and I did call her on it, so the behavior was corrected.
Corrected. I like you said that.
I don't even know what to say after that one.
Hold on, let me read these comments real quick. A woman is leaving. Okay, I already said that one. Angela Simmons, she agrees with you, Mr. Hill, with what you were saying prior to what we were just talking about. Tasha says frequency is a factor. How do you say her name?
Trevor.
Travis is laughing. Tasha is also
Trevor, you did that before.
Laughing.
Kiss the door. I mean, women.
Candace says, actually, the man will provide you things as a surprise when he wants you to be comfortable at his place. Shalicia is coming through with the 100% truth by saying guys leave semen.
Ooh.
Dang. She went there.
She ain't lying. B says if she is staying overnight, she should have her bag of stuff like a nightshirt, toothbrush, and soap. Spending the night bag. Yep. Tasha says, actually true. I've been given my own towel set and toothbrush to have. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Towel set. Dr. Hill, that text. Tasha says, I don't know. It's probably an inside joke. I don't know. Tasha says, nothing wrong with dating multiple people.
Right.
Yeah.
But be honest about it.
Yeah.
If that's what's going on, if they accept that, that's up to them.
William, I agree. That's disgusting. Doorknobs, like who is doing
I didn't
that?
say doorknob. I said the door.
Okay, the door.
Yeah, the door.
But okay.
There's a lipstick imprint on your door. That's a mark of territory to me.
And then William says that's the one that has to go.
I don't even know what to say after that one.
I didn't either.
And we all have different ways of looking at our relationship.
Very hot seat time.
Oh my goodness! Woo!
The Easter egg hunt, the scavenger hunt. What are some of the items you've come across?
Where?
At your house.
I never had that.
Never had that
issue.
Never.
No.
Never. Okay.
I've heard different things. I mean, it's just like basic things like everybody's saying, panties. I've always wondered though, how much is that accident or
is it marking the
it
territory?
really is marking. Yeah,
it's not an accident. She leaving your house with no drawers. Like what?
Oh, she. Yeah. She should come with no drawers on it. I mean, why you have drawers on? You know they're coming back. So.
All right. So Trevor says, yes, if I spend the night, I will leave like I came together. And I've seen some sorry walks of shame, poor ladies.
Walk of shame.
That walk of shame.
Woo!
Tasha says, I've had men leave razors, hoodies, socks, depending on their role. I threw it away.
Stop. Not all the every single. Oh, Tosh.
It's funny to me. Razors and hoodies and socks.
You know you kept those hoodies. Hoodies are ass. Keep some of those hoodies, bro.
All right. So, fellas, anything else on this topic?
No, it's a good topic, guys. And so, what are we saying? Do not leave. Are we saying don't leave, or it's all right to leave? Or
don't leave stuff as with the intention of marking your territory. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
You know.
But if it's an accident, who cares? I mean,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I was gonna say usually a man doesn't really care.
Right.
I mean, you know, I never had a man come inside and be like, oh, he's pissed off about it. You know, maybe the frequency, if it's, you know,
right.
like, but no, I ain't.
If he was cheating.
But if you're
but
single,
even a real dude would be like, hey, that's on her.
Right.
You left it, you know, kind of thing. But I never really heard a guy get upset. Oh, it's okay, you know, it is what it is.
In the case of her leaving something at the house where his wife resides,
that's a totally different. But that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a totally different. Yeah,
but that's disrespectful to have a woman in the house.
Yeah, you should never do that.
Right.
You're cold-blooded.
Yeah.
You're cold-blooded for that one, man. In the same bed and everything.
Oh no.
Okay, let me get the rest of these comments before I switch up.
Now some of you women getting ugly.
Candy says, talk about it, Barry. Help your sisters out. Tasha,
I'm writing the book now too, so you ready to write the book?
Nadia says, Tasha, I kept the hoodie too.
I know you did.
Candy says, first of all, ain't nobody coming over here unless it's real.
Tell them, Candy.
Unless it's real.
Angela says, only leave your scent so he will think about you.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Especially that good scent.
Trevor says,
yeah, that's what you. Make a brother slobber.
She says, yes, we threw it all away and pack it immediately. He will lose the hoodie. I'm a gym rat.
About to say.
Angela says, I was thinking the same thing. Or on a nice rainy day watching a movie.
Okay.
But is it a mark of? Is his territory marked when he sees you at the gym in his hoodie?
Trevor. Ooh. Because that brother should come up to you and be like, right, so yeah, me and you are together.
Right, yeah.
You got mine?
Yeah,
this is me.
That's my hoodie.
Ooh, I like
that's
that.
like, you know, in high school, you wear the Letterman jacket. You know?
Oh, man.
Okay, so Shalicia says kissing a man and leaving lipstick marks isn't an accident.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
William says make sure she ain't into voodoo or you're going to have problems.
That's right. Like I said earlier, she bury your drawers in the yard. You can't leave home without her, you know.
Damn, you got me. Okay.
Yeah,
that's scary.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Hold on, let's go ahead and switch topics.
You're going to make the squeak. You're going to make the chair squeak.
All right. And here's our final topic for the evening. The two richest men on earth couldn't keep their wives happy. What hope do you have?
Let that marinate for a minute.
Yes. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos couldn't keep their women. What makes you think you can keep yours?
The question, though, is for me with that, though, did they want to keep their wives? It seemed like they didn't.
Well, I don't think it was their choice.
Oh, I think they said Bezos was the one who initiated that divorce. But it doesn't matter. I guess that's not what you're trying to say the premise should be. So what
for some reason,
you don't think money should be
the marriage didn't work. So many people have problems based on finances, lack of finances, mismanagement of finances, making arguments about we should do this or that with the finances. I want this, you want that. We should go this direction and make this plan. But when you have billions of dollars, finances is not a factor. You're not missing meals. You don't need a car. You don't need a house. You don't need anything. You don't have to argue about anything. You're not going to have disagreements about anything that is associated with a lack of finances. So now you're dealing with your intellectual self. and what you bring to each other. What value do you bring to each other's life? Because money's no longer a factor. Oh yeah, we can get that. We can get that. We can get that. We can do this. We can do that. And a lot of people make the common mistake.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Barry, I buried your dog.
Yeah.
I don't even know what. Wait, I don't know what happened.
Somebody is over here putting it out.
Yeah, I don't even. I have no idea what that.
Barry's drawers has been buried.
Some voodoo on you guys. I don't even know about.
Felicia just wants to put that out there.
Okay.
All right. Continue.
Okay. I don't even know. Hey,
you know what? Let me go ahead.
Start him now. You want Barry Dog? Don't know me. I like, hey, whatever.
Let me go ahead and get to the comments real quick.
All right.
Nadia says, "Why did they leave?"
No.
William says, "Bill hung out with Epstein. Bezos took his best friend's wife and ran off with her."
Yeah, but I think the doc is saying something else because you are correct. But you're saying when money, you have always money, and you still can't buy happiness.
Right.
It's not a factor in your relationship, but it is somewhat still a factor because even when the divorce, it came down to a little bit of the money aspect of it. Money's always going to be, I think, a trigger though in a relationship to a certain.
But I don't think money had anything to do with the divorce, with the lifestyle. So what? You got a divorce, leave, take this $32 billion, buy it.
But they're not cool with that.
Why not?
They're not cool with that. That's why
it didn't affect his quality of life whatsoever.
But nobody wants to give away. That's what I'm saying. Money's always going to be a factor because you still don't want to give away a certain. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. He can't spend enough money in his life. Therefore, it's a non-factor.
I understand what you're saying.
It's a non-factor.
But most rich people, ultra rich, don't like to give away money or be told to give away money or give away money to a spouse like that. It's still going to be somewhat upsetting to them.
I don't know.
Guys like that, they're gonna recoup it.
No,
but it's not. You guys are missing what I'm saying.
But
it's not about them
happiness,
recouping. Yeah,
but for them in particular, it is about the recouping because they don't care. You see how quickly they were able to just go, fine, go do your thing. Here's whatever
$32 billion.
But the divorce is still not even finalized, and there's still assets being. You know what I'm saying? It's not just there you go. No, it's not.
Right.
It's still going to be somewhat upsetting about giving away a certain amount of money, or when you think it's more than what the person deserves. So it's never.
But if that was the case,
case by case.
If that was the case, and in these two cases, the divorces were not contested, so they agreed upon.
Yeah,
they had a separation agreement. Okay, you take this, you take that. We're not going to
contest.
Bezos
got caught cheating, guys. He got caught cheating. It wasn't like he just was cool with doing that.
Okay, so this is an example I want to bring up with Bezos and Gates. I agree with you, Doc. They don't care. They're going to recruit that money that they gave back to gave their now ex-wives and continue to do what they were doing. Now you have Dr. Dre on the other hand, who we actually see how messy that is. Him coming out saying, I don't know about giving her all this and
most divorces.
Well, that's a greed factor.
Most divorces are not somebody going to be cool with giving the money away.
Okay.
That's all. If you guys need to read a little bit more about it because it wasn't that they were just cool with giving away the money to their spouse like that.
Well, I'm not okay. That can be true, but at the same time, they're not
still
going to
drag money. That's all I'm saying.
They're not going to drag it out and make it anything more than what it is. It's like whatever. What's done is done.
But the point is, money didn't keep their wives in their home, in their marriage, in their relationship.
I agree. If they still wanted the marriage, it doesn't seem like they wanted the marriage.
Right.
Bill Gates was doing other stuff.
Right.
Jeff Bezos was with somebody else. So did they really want to be married still?
Right. And you find this in professional athletes.
Absolutely.
They go on the road. They mess with women and this, that, and the other.
Jay-Z.
So these are cats that were married to their wives for like 20 plus years though too. So I would factor that.
Right. And that's usually your best friend and the person you can trust the most who knew you when you didn't have those billions of dollars. So if they want to be happy, you want them to be happy, go take the $32 billion, whatever.
Especially Jeff Bezos, because his wife's family was the one that gave him money to get started.
If I have $5 billion and you have $20 billion, what can you do? Where can you go that I can't do? What I can't do, where I can't. It doesn't matter.
You would think that, but it's
when you
petty.
get to that level.
People are petty.
It sounds like both in the case of Bezos and his wife. I mean, she immediately went and remarried,
right?
Like a teacher,
a high school science teacher.
Yeah. So she had their relationship going on for a while.
Too. Yeah,
right.
So
don't think money can solve all your problems and bring happiness ever after. Because that's not it.
So
You got to
Tasha
bring more
said-
to the table.
Tasha says it's not about the money or your dick. Wish that would sink in.
I agree with that.
Oh, we already said that.
Yeah.
We already addressed that. Nadia says they were unhappy. Trevor says both these guys have mistresses. Yes.
Absolutely.
Tasha says they couldn't keep their wives because they lacked deep conversation.
You're right. There you go. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. You're right. And I want to send them your way, Tasha. You can have that deep conversation with Bill Gates.
Well, they're nerds. They're cornballs. Probably didn't have enough time to nurture their relationship. But what a lot of women don't understand is if you don't want a broke man, you're going to have to deal with a busy man. I mean,
I agree.
You're going to have to accept that.
It's going to be something.
Right.
William says when you're that rich, it's more about power and what you think you can get away with. V says they were about it was about outgrowing each other. Bill Gates is a swinger, then cheating, she had enough, Bezos was cheating, and they outgrew each other, and she married a Seattle science teacher. Yes, that's exactly what I got up on too as far as that information goes. Angela says lack of companionship, married yet still lonely. Interesting point. Trevor says Bill Gates' wife came from money.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, all these
So
families
did Bill
came from-
Gates come from money, you know.
V says money doesn't buy happiness. Both men, I believe, were both men, I believe, was narcissistic, but they built a business. But it was time to move on.
So are we all just saying the man was the reason why?
Bezos got much more wealthy after the divorce. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. He wasn't tripping.
Right. Take this $32 billion.
Get that loan.
And bounce. Yeah.
Angela says, "Are we talking about why they can't keep their wives?" We'll get into that after I get done with these comments. Remember that both women. V says, "Remember that both women helped build their businesses and fortunes. Prenups were made way before they got married. Bezos' wife made 3 more billions after the divorce." And Trevor says, "Happiness is an inside job." Yeah.
And Angela brings up a good point. And we are talking about why they could keep their wife and if they couldn't. So this message to the brothers, if you're out there and you're neglecting your woman, you're neglecting your wife for your dream, yes, you're going to be busy, but people will make time for things that are important to them. That being said, don't put her off. Don't put your life off building your dream. If you have to build that dream together and you have to create a balance in your life. And
you do, but she benefited also from that dream too.
But what if?
And they actually had an interview where she even said that she decided when they had kids, because she was actually a businesswoman, that she was going to stay home and allow Bill to go out and do what he was doing in terms of with Microsoft and everything else. So there was some type of an agreement made about what's going on with their marriage in terms of one's going to be in the house and one's going to go out there and make the money. So
and I mean, and it doesn't really matter when you're at that level. When you're at $58 billion, one can stay home and one can run the businesses. And I mean, to this day, everyone thinks Bill Gates owns Microsoft and all this. Bill Gates owns 1% of Microsoft.
Yeah.
So,
casting in stocks. So
stocks equals ownership.
Yeah.
He owns 1%, but he has liquid asset. He has the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which they are still working together on the foundation.
Nonprofit too.
It's a nonprofit, so they're washing tax money and all this stuff. So, but don't pass up your life building your dream. Is what I'm trying to say.
Tasha says, yes, make that time and find that balance. Angela says, incorporate her in building your empire. Malika says,
absolutely, and I agree with that. She has to want to do that too.
Right. Malika says, I also believe in the man is building a dream for both of you. She needs to be understanding.
Okay, Malika, there you go.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the part that I think a lot of women, they don't understand. Tasha says money is no substitute for companionship and the man's presence. Nadia says just because she's in the house doesn't mean he doesn't have to nurture the relationship.
True.
Absolutely.
That's true too.
Because that brings value to the family unit.
Yeah.
That
Raising
brings
kids and
incredible, intense value.
Yes.
I like that comment.
Yep.
Yeah. If he's out there building an empire, as somebody was saying, you need to understand that there's going to be a lot of time and patience on your part and understanding on your part of your man and knowing that he's out there getting to it. And if what were you saying, Doc? If you can't something about a busy man.
Right. If you don't want a broke man, you're going to have to deal with a busy man.
Right. That's what I was getting at.
But I think
So
and just to go on top of that is to find that balance. Too,
right. That's the key.
Because
that man has to find that balance.
He has to, because you can't just, not worry about your wife and nurture her or your children.
Exactly.
Your children are so
because at the
important
end of the day, like I said before, people will make time for what's important to them.
Yeah.
Malika
and that's what you're going to prioritize.
Malika says, I'm okay with him not being there. Make that money, baby.
And it goes to, everybody has different, views on how they want a relationship. So
this mob,
yeah, he likes you. Yeah. So
he says they both were building their empire, so the patience goes both ways. However, sometimes more money brings more problems.
Exactly.
Tasha says that build your empire, not your harem. Harem. Yeah. Appreciate you correcting me on that.
That's it, guys. Guys, we are reaching the end because we are. It's already been an hour.
Y'all wanted 4 topics. I knew we was gonna go over.
The producer did tell us.
Did we cover 4?
Yeah, we
Y'all
did.
covered 4.
Yeah,
okay. But
and
we did it. It's not that bad.
Yeah. So we went a little bit over, but you know what? That's all right. This is Shop Culture, guys. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Remember to like and share and join the Shop Culture live group. Tell your friends, like-minded friends. This is where it's at.
Yep, right there at the bottom of the screen. Like, share, and subscribe.
Come on, my man.
And
take it away, man.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Because the day party's coming. Day party, yacht party. Come on.
We're doing it.
Hats, t-shirts, Shop Culture.
The merch. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. All right, Doc. You're.
Well, I put up a post today, and it was about code switching. And I asked, I can't read that, so I'm not even going to go. I'm just going to go up here. So it's about code switching, and what that meant is women. What I'm going to direct this as women, because women have taken a more prominent place in the workforce these days. So when I say code switching, it is your tone of voice and your demeanor towards your man versus your tone of voice and your demeanor towards your employer.
Okay.
Women will show, a lot of women, I'm not putting everyone in a category, I'm not stereotyping, so don't beat me up on that, but a lot of women will hold their demeanor and be respectful in the workplace and have a respectful tone of voice, and then come home and talk disrespectful to their man. That's the code that's being switched. That's what I'm saying. It's a code switch, and it's unacceptable. Don't talk disrespectful to your man when you wouldn't talk disrespectful to your boss. So take a conscious effort and think about that when you're interacting with your boss. If you're upset or if there's something that you don't like, you're addressing it tactfully. Do the same thing with your man. That's an unacceptable behavior, and it needs to be nipped in the bud. And I blame both on it, the man and the woman. The woman for being more respectful to her employer than she is to her man, and the man for accepting it and not nipping it in the bud when it first happened.
Can we all get an amen? Can the brother say amen? Women, men, yes. There's great words. Actually, we're going to make that a topic. We gotta make that. I might have to do a pop up on. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah. I had something. We'll elaborate.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to go. Save that, Nick. Save that, because I got some few things I want to add to it too. Yeah. And the men in Shop Culture, yes. Watch that tone with women.
That's right. Nip it in the bud. It's unacceptable.
Mark said it.
Tasha, we know both.
Oh Lord, Tasha. I love Tasha. Hey man, she's awesome, man. I love it, man. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Shop Culture. Man, we want to give thanks to my man over here, my tag team partner. You know who he is, the relationship guru, dropping gems.
Per usual.
Yes. Dr./Mr. Dr. James R. Hill. Thanks again to the producer in the chair over there, Mr. Nick Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And once again, we want to thank the videographer, Lucas.
All good.
Good.
Stay tuned
and
for
I'm
the
Barry
live
Crosby.
event, everybody.
We got a live event coming up, just to echo that. And yeah.
Let us know. Will you attend? Will you participate?
Just say yes in the comments. Yes, yes, yes.
Y'all
And
can do a poll in the group with that.
yeah, we do a poll.
Yeah.
We do all that. And actually, Tasha was the one that came up with a poll about the singles or some singles things going and all that good stuff. So once again, we're gonna let you, whoever's interested in that, we have to get something going for the singles.
There we go. We can do that.
Singles and all that, date nights and
Dating game.
and all that, dating game. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yes. So guys, man, thanks again for tuning in. Shopkulture. Any last words?
That's it.
Yes.
Just stay tuned. I mean, 'cause we got a lot of good stuff coming up, y'all.
Yep. Stay safe and be blessed.
One love.
Shopkulture.
All right.